Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. Battle Pass Season 19 is just around the corner, and in this video I'll be going over everything that you need to know about this next Battle Pass season, including the vehicles, the decals, and the decorations, and even a little bit more. So that being said, let's go ahead and start up the video. Now, of course, this will be called First Sample, which is an interesting Battle Pass name, and it will be running from April 23rd at 13 GMT to July 23rd at, again, 13 GMT. Now, this will be your pretty standard Battle Pass insofar as the last few seasons are concerned. There will be two brand new vehicles, or quote-unquote brand new vehicles, and one older vehicle that you can get, but that is where one of the surprises kind of lays, because I feel like one of the older vehicles, it's not a Battle Pass vehicle, which is really cool. So you will be able to get access, and I'll go over it in just a second, to a vehicle that was never included in Battle Pass, but rather was only ever given out years and years ago. So that's a pretty cool thing. Now, otherwise, the leveling up and all that will be the same for this Battle Pass. So you get logins, daily tasks, and challenges, and you get the same amount of reward points for that. Now, there are some pretty cool decorations and decals, some interesting decals in my opinion, but they're only words, unfortunately. Like, there's no real art here. So, Moscow Collective Farmer, that's a very strange one. Gorky Pioneer, Don Cossack, and Soviet Polar Explorer. I feel like Moscow Collective Farmer is really an interesting one, but otherwise, we have the AK-46 #1, and this goes with the idea of the first sample. So this is kind of like a prototype, quote-unquote, Battle Pass. That's what first sample means, or first production model. And the AK-46 #1, this was basically the first version of the AK-47. Then you have the RPG-2 and the recoilless gun B-10, which will be a naval decoration. Now, when it comes to the vehicles, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So you get the Amiens, which is a sub-chaser that will be rank 3 for the French tech tree. Now, this is kind of interesting because it is a coastal vehicle and will be a very heavily armed vehicle at that. 138.6mm cannons and twin 37mm auto cannons, as well as a 75mm universal cannon, and of course some small machine guns as well, which is pretty interesting. Now, I will think that it will be kind of slow just because this is a World War I vehicle. It looks like it'd be kind of slow, but you never know, right? So I feel like actually that'll be pretty good. I don't really know how many people are going to be playing it, but it's actually a pretty interesting vehicle. Now, when it comes to the other new vehicle that's being added, the T-44FM, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So this vehicle will have a brand. It's basically kind of like a mix of a few different vehicles here, as a lot of Soviet vehicles from that time were. This will have access to the 85mm D5T cannon, which, if you guys don't know, there are two 85mm variants of the T-34 rather, and the D5T is actually the lower BR version of that. And actually, the standard T-44 in game has these, ZIS-3, if I'm not mistaken, 85mm cannon. So this is going to have a lesser cannon compared to the standard T-44, which is kind of interesting. It will also have a gigantic driver's port, weak spot basically, that will be present on the front of the vehicle. Now, this is interesting because the T-44-122 also has that driver's port weak spot. And if this is the same exact hull as the T-44-122, then you can expect the hull armor on the front to be around 15mm worse than the standard production variant. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the case, but it looks like it's the same hull as what you can get on the T-44-122, and if that's the case, this is by far and away going to be the worst T-44 in game, although the T-44-122 from memory really isn't that good. This also has some slightly different turret armor, so we'll have to see exactly how that is, because currently there is no analog to the T-44FM turret armor in game. Otherwise, this will be a rank 4 premium medium tank in the Russian ground tech tree. Now, when it comes to the other Battle Pass vehicles, as you guys probably know, they have been giving away past vehicles from Battle Pass, which is kind of cool in some instances, but most people it really doesn't matter because they just kind of give you Silver Lions, which kind of sucks, in lieu of a brand new vehicle. But in this case, you can get the ORP Garland, the USS Detroit, and the Matilda Hedgehog, all of which were previous Battle Pass vehicles. I feel like including the Matilda Hedgehog is really cool, but the coolest part of this is the Tandem MAI. That's right. this is not a previous Battle Pass vehicle. This is one of the weirdest vehicles ever introduced into War Thunder, and they are introducing it via the Battle Pass, which is just, in my opinion, so damn cool. It is, like, not a good vehicle at all. It's very quirky, but I feel like including previous vehicles that were never in Battle Pass, if you're going to have the battle trophy with past vehicles in it, then you may as well include at least one vehicle that was never in Battle Pass to begin with, and this is really cool. Now, I get it, again, it's a very low BR vehicle. It's not a good vehicle at all. It sucks. I've flown it numerous times in air battles. It is not a good vehicle. However, it is a very cool vehicle because it is incredibly rare and it's just incredibly quirky. So I feel like it's a really cool addition. If you're going to be having battle pass or battle trophies with past vehicles in them, again, include at least one vehicle that was never in Battle Pass to begin with, and then you can start introducing maybe newer players to some of the older vehicles that they never had access to. And this would also give more of an incentive to get Battle Pass, because currently just getting 2 new vehicles, and one of them is a premium sub chaser for France? Come on, that kind of sucks, you know? The T-44 FM, I'm kind of interested in. I feel like it's going to suck real bad. Probably going to be a 6.0, 6.3. We'll have to see exactly where it is. I forget exactly what the standard T-44 is, but this will probably be a BR or like a fraction of a BR below that, but we'll have to wait and see. We also have the Warbond vehicles with the MGB-75, the I-153P, M3A3 First PTG China, USS Moffett, which is actually a really good one, HS-129B2, and the KW-2-754R Germany. And of course, we also have the Oni pinup decal. So, pretty cool, in my opinion, at least from the Warbond shop. So, again, I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. Nothing really crazy when it comes to the Warbonds outside of maybe like the Moffett, but not many people are playing Naval, so it doesn't really matter. So that said, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I'm actually really interested in this, mainly because I already have all the other 3 past vehicles, so I'll be getting the Tandem MAI, which I am just so stoked for. But either way, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.